I started talking too soon. It's today. I didn't have it going. It's April 9th, 1992, and it's about 2:09 in the afternoon, and we're here at Aunt Minnie's house near Emmett, Idaho. And she just brought me down in the cellar. She says this is an old showcase that was at Dewey Grove. Is that right?
Yes.
Ideal Showcase Company, Iowa City, Iowa. Well, that's come from the west, from the Iowa, from the middle. And there's the old picture. The Dewey homestead on Black Canyon. John Dewey, Cecil Dewey, Ted Dewey, Ray Dewey, Afton Dewey, and Nellie Dewey. I gotta get that out and take a good picture of it. But that's the old photo that. Wow, that's the old original. And I have a painting of the same old place. And here we got some old rocks, some old teeth, buffalo teeth, and looks like an old crab. All kinds of good old stuff.
Let's see it here.
What do you have in there, Aunt?
Somewhere there's a...
Oh, I see the watch right down here.
Yeah.
What do you have there?
I don't know if that's
It says...
something he got for his corn. There's a thing in here.
Panama Pacific International Exposition, San Francisco. Medal of Award. That Panama, what in the world? I'm going to take that out and see what it is. Divine Distinctive. Homo.
I thought there was a good sized...
Panama Pacific International Exposition, San Francisco Medal Award. What do you suppose that is?
I don't have any idea.
There you got an old...
Don't know what that is either.
You got all kinds of interesting goodies in there. Don't hurt yourself in there.
Oh, I won't. I was looking for the award he got on his corn. It was in here. Do you suppose somebody's got it?
Found October 19, 1934 on Adobe Flat, Idaho. Von Jones. Mammoth Flying Service Inc. Souvenir of your flight in Mammoth Plain. Emmett, that's an old... What do you suppose that is?
I don't have any idea.
Souvenir of your flight in a Mammoth Plain. Emmett, Idaho. June 14th, 1929. Spokane Municipal Airport. J.C. Dewey, John Cyrus Dewey, and it says... You got an old letter there, something. Emmett, June 14th. Part of my ticket to John took our first flight. So, Governor's Office, State of Idaho, Boise. M. Alexander, C.O. Broxton, Secretary. September 4th, 1915. Mr. J. E. Dewey, Emmett, Idaho. Dear Sir, it is with great pleasure that I avail myself of the opportunity to congratulate you as well as the people of the state of Idaho upon your success in winning a bronze medal at the Panama Pacific International Exposition at San Francisco for corn grown by you in this state. So that's what that is. There's no better advertisement for the state than such recognition to its products, and I feel that I would not be doing my duty to neglect to express my appreciation and the appreciation of the people of the state upon your success in this regard. Very respectfully, Governor M. Alexander, Governor. That's 1915. Wow. And that's what this is for his corn. That's for his. That's for his corn. Panama Pacific. My wife's from Panama.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, you know, there's just no end of interesting things in there, but...
Given to John, Kathy, and Jimmy at Rock Show, 1956.
That's my grandkids.
Is that right?
They put that in there.
Uh-huh. Lucky Yucca. You got all kinds of old goodies in there.
Oh, there is.
You got some dated stuff in here.
Yeah, I know.
See, this is the kind of stuff I'd like to make a photocopy on my photocopier of this letter.
Okay.
And of this photograph. We'll pull that out. And you got all kinds of troves and treasures down.
Oh,
What are your old books back here?
Just old encyclopedias. There's one
Century
there
Dictionary?
that had about the Dewey family that I saved it. I bought them to get it.
That is interesting. And it talks about you got some old photographs there too.
Yeah, let's see. I told them ladies, and they're supposed to be. Maybe it's this one.
Be careful.
It's got a mark in there.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like you got a mark in there. You got another mark over here. I might look through both of them.
Yeah, that's right. You might find something.
I want to be real
Let's
careful.
see if we can set these on the floor somewhere.
There we go. Yeah. Okay, we'll take that. And this is interesting. You got lots of interesting stuff down here.
I know I got interesting stuff everywhere. Just piled up and everywhere.
Well, that is great.
I'm a pack rat.
I know what that's like. Be careful there. Okay. There you go. Set it right there. I got it.
You got
I got
it?
it. Yep, I got it. Okay. How's the best way to get that photograph? I'm going to turn this on. Okay. It's still April 9th, and we are here in Aunt Minnie's cellar. And Aunt Minnie, what were you telling me about this picture here?
Those were it was Ray Dewey's. They would have been Ray Dewey's aunts and uncles.
Ray Dewey's aunts and uncles. So it would have been. It wouldn't have been. It would have been Nellie and John's kids.
No, further back.
It would have been John's brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Are they Deweys?
Yeah.
Okay, so it would have been John Cyrus Dewey's brothers and sisters.
Yes.
Would you know their names? You wouldn't know their names?
No, I don't know the names.
But these are three, and they died of diphtheria or something back?
Back when, in the olden times.
Don't see any dates or anything on it, but
No.
that's an old photograph of John Cyrus Dewey's brothers and sisters, and some of them, they died. As youngsters they died, probably?
Yes. All three of them with the same disease at the same time.
And what's this up here to see?
That's Portland.
Portland, Oregon, a day or two
An
ago.
old one. Old picture of Portland.
And you got some old slides here, is that? Yes, you got some old slides.
Oh, I got everything.
Wow. You got all kinds of treasures in here.
I sure got everything.
What are your old slides of? Do you remember?
No, there are slides of our family of when they were growing up.
You know they can transfer those now to video.
Oh, can they?
Uh-huh. Grandpa, Ray, that's an old Book of Mormon. Ray's got the setup, that's 1935 edition of the old Book of Mormon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Grandpa, he's got a setup where you just project those into a camera, then you video them as you narrate and talk about them.
Oh.
It's kind of fun because it makes it a lot easier
Yeah, you bet.
for your grandkids and stuff to look at things.
You bet.
Boy, you got National Geographics from years ago, it looks like.
Way back to the 1940s.
Shoo!
Until Cecil passed away, and then I quit subscribing.
You quit subscribing. I still subscribe.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy.
Old.
You have got years and years of this stuff.
Oh, I sure have.
69,
I've just
77.
saved everything.
I like people who say, I'm like that. I have a hard time throwing anything away.
I don't either. You can tell I don't.
Yeah?
It's just piled up everywhere.
Yeah? You look just like me.
Yeah.
Some old garment boxes.
Piled up everywhere.
Intersub, Universal Intersub. Boy, do they like to save things too?
No.
They don't?
I think they'll just get a truck and load these things in and
Well, if there's anything that you want to have preserved, I'd sure love to have a chance at it. Who's this? It looks like a picture of somebody that might be family. I don't know. Do you recognize this old photograph? Careful.
No, I don't. No.
Don't know who
I
that
just
is.
saved that because of the
Frame?
antique.
Mm-hmm.
Old, you know.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Interesting. You've got lots of good stuff here. Lots of interesting stuff here. You got old Books of Mormon. A lot of old books.
Yeah.
How to tie flies.
Yeah. Got all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm glad I thought of that showcase while you was
I
gone.
am too. I'm going to take that up and get some better photographs of this. The medallion. And that little flight ticket. That looked like quite an interesting little thing. And I'm probably going to come down and grab those books and bring them up so we can look and see. Don't you just come up and I'll come back and get them.
Yeah, okay.
She's got quite a place down here. Okay.
Well, my grandson lived, or my son and his wife, when they was first married, lived down there, and I had a stove and housekeeping outfit.
All kinds of goodies, huh?
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy. What do you say, Susie? What do you say, huh?
I gotta sit down for a while.
You sit down and rest, and I'm gonna go and grab those books
Okay.
and turn this off there for a sec. I did exactly. There we go. We'll just sit down and let you tell me about a few of the. What do we got? All kinds of treasures here. We got Bob's book. That's a copy of Bob's book that I think Grandpa's got copies.
Oh yeah, he'd have
Of me?
copies of that.
Here's another photo album. Delmer and Jenny Dewey, Beverly, Ashton, Cecil and Ashton Dewey. Wow, you got some John, Cecil Dewey Jr. I'm just gonna throw these on. Phillips and Annette Dewey. That looks like they was
Yeah.
taken out. Lillian Dewey.
Yeah.
I didn't even know all these people. Beverly.
That's a Bishi. That's a Bork relative.
Those are Borks. Alfred Lichty.
Yeah.
Howard Pittman. Esther Sewell Noble. Minnie Bork, Grace Bork, Nellie Bork, Ada Bork. Looks like some of the Bork side.
Yeah.
Robert Dewey, I recognize that photograph. That's Grandpa Ray and Violet Dewey.
Yeah, that's when they were young.
Ooh, I'll say. Wow. You did a good job marking her, Minnie. That's Minnie Bork.
Yeah.
Ooh, what a young thing.
Yeah, that's
She was a looker.
when I. All right, that's Mother Nellie.
That's Nellie. Robert Bork. Cecil and Minnie.
That's our.
You were young when you got married.
That's we were
How old were you?
about 19.
You look even younger. You look like you're about 14 years old.
Yeah, he's younger.
John.
That's
Cecil
young
Jr.
Cecil. And that was my mother.
Grace
Bork.
Sewell Bork.
Sewell.
Fred Bork, that's your dad?
No, that's an uncle.
Uncle. Grace Sewell, Cecil Sewell, Ada Bork, Fred Bork, Rita Bork, Barb Bork. Who's that family?
That's my Uncle Fred and my Aunt Eda and their a couple of their children.
Those are pretty well labeled. I'm just going to take.
Could you take a picture
You
of
bet.
that, of the,
Which one? The little one?
this?
I sure can. Who's that? No, that's
Well, that's the Borks.
great.
I'd like one of them for,
Super.
I've got
I'll show you.
my granddaughter's son, he's collecting genealogy.
Good.
He wants a picture of the Borks.
Well,
And I figured I was going to gather a lot of this stuff and take it to town to get a picture.
Oh, well, it's a lot easier. We got the machine right here. Let's put it to
Yeah.
work.
If you could just take a picture of that,
Love to.
then he'd have a picture of the Borks.
I'll put both of them on there. And it makes pretty good copies. Not perfect, but they're pretty good. Put this down over. See what it looks like. Not perfect there. It's not good as I'd like it to be. Which of those do you like better, the darker one?
Gee, well, that's
Not
good.
too bad, is it?
No,
It's better than nothing anyway.
that's real good.
I'm gonna make another couple copies.
That's real good.
It's sure beats not having anything.
Oh boy, yes, I should say.
And here's a copy. If he'd like an email, he'll like a copy of that. If he may not be a Dewey, he may not want that, but you may want to keep. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's good.
Sort of in between the two contrasts. So.
Yeah, that's real good.
Okay. Let me see. I'm going to. Probably should have cleaned no glass there. Okay. I may just take a picture of each of these, and then the ones that aren't Deweys, just give to you to give to the Borks. These are Deweys. That's Delmer and Jeannie. Beverly, is she a...
This is Dewey's. This is just a niece of mine.
Okay. I'm going to make a couple copies so that we've got one for me and... if there's anything you want more than one copy of.
Just one copy.
Be better than nothing anyway, huh?
Here's that's my dad when he was.
Circa 1904.
Yeah, that was my dad, and I have
Thank Lord.
a grandson, and he saw that and he said that looks just like my brother, and he wanted a copy of it.
Okay, well we'll sure make him one. Do you know who that kid is?
No, I don't.
Lillian Dewey. It may be.
I know who Lillian Dewey is, but
Now, who
I
is
don't
she?
know who that kid is.
Who's Lillian?
She was Delmer Dewey's wife.
Okay. Beverly Beshy and Joe
Yeah.
Beshy.
Well, that isn't a.
They're not mine.
They're not.
Are they ones that you're gonna want? Your kid's gonna want copies of?
No,
Okay.
they won't want them.
They won't want them. Alfred Lichty,
No, they won't want
Howard
that.
Pittman, Ethel Sewell Noble,
No,
Ada Bork.
that's my sister when she was young, but I think we all have a copy of that.
Okay. Robert Dewey, I want him, and I want Diana. Yeah, I want a couple of those. That's Robert. Sit down from down and make a couple of those.
That's a dandy copier.
Isn't that handy?
It is. It sure does a good job too.
It's good on pictures and everything.
Yeah,
I
it
just tell you.
does. And out of books and everything.
And it makes me so happy to be able to take it, because talking somebody like you out of their stuff, you can't. They don't want you to take it because they're afraid they'll never get it back. But
Well,
you
9 times out of 10 you don't.
Exactly.
That's right.
And that's
A
why-
lady came here and I had stuff, historical stuff about the Letha Ward over here at Letha.
And you gave it to her and you never saw it again.
No, I didn't. And afterwards she said, could I keep those things to teach my children more about them?
You want to
5 years ago she still got it. And I told her about it here a while back.
Mm-hmm.
Well, just one of them. I said, well, I'd like to have the first pictures of the bishops at least.
Mm-hmm.
And, she just,
Yeah, that's not
you
right to
just
do
don't
that.
get it back.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why you. But this way, I get a copy and they get a copy, and
That's right.
everyone's happy. It sure is handy what new technology can do with computers and everything.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
It's
Well,
wonderful.
you've got a lot of money in this stuff.
No, a little bit. I use it at home for my business,
Oh,
so it's just
what is your business?
apartments.
Oh,
I've got about 800 apartment units, and
for goodness sakes, you're busy.
it keeps us real busy.
You bet.
It's fun to be able to get away occasionally and go visit the family. Okay. Cecil Dewey and Minnie Dewey. There you are. Oof. It's kind of a dark one.
It probably won't come off good.
It'll probably come out okay. I may have to lighten it up just a little bit. Let's turn it that way.
Well, that's nice if you can do that,
Yeah.
isn't it?
It's wonderful.
Just real nice. I'll be 87 this year.
Wow, you're older than you let on to be.
You don't have to tell everything you know, do
That's
you?
right. 87.
Yeah, I'll be 87 in November.
Wow, that lightened it up real good. Let me make a copy for you because that looks pretty good. Yeah, I just went to Aunt Ethel's and Aunt Elma's and I had so much fun getting copies of everything and they were so happy to help out.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
Boy, that's
not
good.
bad, is it?
That's good.
Almost as better than
My
the original.
grandkids will like that.
you want me? How many of those do you want me to make? A few more?
A couple.
Okay.
Make a couple more.
Yeah, we'll make a few more.
I like that.
You bet.
I got a niece. Well, she's my Steve's daughter that just got some sorted out here. She wanted copies of, made.
Great. If you got them, we'll
Boy, I got them.
go get them and we'll put it to use. So we got plenty of paper here.
Okay.
If I run out, I got some more in the car. I'd ought to be reaching for that now. Okay.
I was going to have a new hip put in, but
What the heck?
didn't get it.
Sounds like a lot of trouble to me. Okay, we got several here. I'll take. There you go. There's several for your grandkids.
Here's all the John C. Dewey's in the picture.
Wow.
First picture.
That was taken a day or two ago too.
Yes, it was.
That's a picture
That's
of the
the
picture.
one. That's the pictures that little my grandson's niece wanted.
Well, we'll make a copy of them here real quick. I'll leave off here, and so these you can put several of them down at the same time.
Yeah, make.
Let's see.
She's collecting pictures and fixing her.
Got some nice ones here. Let's see. Let's see what we got.
I got one here, Don and Affy, that's quite recent.
Didn't hunt real good, but it's better than nothing.
Yeah, that's fine. I was trying to see about one of mother in here that I took recently that was just real good. If I can find it.
Good. John C. Dewey's. So that's got Cecil, your son, Grandpa, Great Grandpa, and in the picture Great Great Grandpa.
That's all 5 of them.
Wow.
Of course, there's more now.
Yeah.
More are born.
Whew. Gem apples. Okay. That's an old tin plate or whatever. It's starting to turn on. That's you when you're just a young thing.
take up all your time. You take
Don't-
pictures for me.
Don't you worry about it. That's what I'm here for. You'll help me out, I'll help you out.
Okay, good. Well, there's 3 of the John C. Deweys there.
3 of them, huh?
Yeah.
The little kid, he's not one?
Yeah, that's
There's 4 of them.
4 of them there. Yeah, I was gonna get a copy of that made too.
Another one. Let's see. You got those photos copied, the ones that you wanted copied. There you go. We'll continue back to this one for a second. John Cecil will make a few of him. That's turned out pretty good.
That come out good,
Can't
looks
com-
like from here.
Can't complain at all, I don't think. Do those for your kids. And he was just a little part then.
Yeah. Yep. You just hold that and it just keeps taking them as long as you keep it going.
Hold it down and just put as many copies as you want in, and it
Mhm.
takes them. Ran out of paper on me, but I got plenty
That's
more.
sure nice.
Yeah. You can put legal or letter in either one. You put letter for a little while.
Your camera's on, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's taking down everything we say.
It's taking it all down so you can remember about these photographs. You might as well talk to it
That
while
there
we're...
grandson of mine, he came in here with his camera and everything and Christmas trying it out.
Heck yeah. You
And
got
I
one?
said, well, I hope some of these pictures is better than them that Jim took here at Thanksgiving. And
You want...
then when I found out that was all recorded in the picture taken, I could have bit my tongue off because I was afraid I'd hurt Jim's feelings.
Don't worry, this is in confidence. Now, do you need some of these for your other grandkid? You want the Borks, Grace Sewell Bork? You want her?
One
Okay.
or 2.
Okay, we'll make a couple of them. Back her this way. Heck yeah. You ought to tell me about when you were kids and stuff while we're sitting here just photocopying these. Tell me about what you remember when you were little.
Well,
Maybe some of these pictures will bring back some memories of when you were little tykers, about your grandparents, about any of these people. Fred Bork, that was your granddad?
that was my uncle.
Your uncle, that's right. That'd be pretty good. There we go. Fred.
Okay, thanks. Could you get this guy now?
Sure.
That was my dad when he was
Sewell.
about 18 or 19.
That'll copy good without a problem. It's in the book, but it's starting to come out. You gotta be careful. It's starting to come apart.
Yeah, some of them books aren't made too well, are
Right.
they?
Okay. Put this one down now. I'll put it on automatic. Oops, that's Were you Anson's? You weren't an Anson. Anson Call? Anson. Oh, that says Anson. That's the last name. Anson. How many of these do you need?
That's enough.
The one on top's better. The others are a little light.
Yeah, that's fine.
Only one more of the dark one.
That's fine.
Okay. Anything else interesting there? I'm going to keep going through this photo album here. Okay. Carving the North End Wilderness Flora. Oops. Go ahead and keep that one. Careful with the back.
You know, on this,
That your coat of arms?
would this be better to take these sheets out?
Depends. You want to...
I'd like that their history of the Bork family coming from Germany.
Mm-hmm.
It shows where they lived and
Maybe easier to... Works. I think it'll be easier to take it apart. Let
Okay.
me finish real quick with this photo album here, and then
Okay.
we'll start on that one.
here, I'll take the pages
Sounds
off of
good.
there then.
Sounds good. I got Fred. I didn't get Cecil, and this is what I got to get a picture of the Fred Bork. Oh, I've already got that one. I've already got a picture of this. Did I get a picture of this for?
Yes, we got a
That one?
picture.
Then I guess we're about done with this one.
I think you're
Well,
about done.
I need to do one of this, and that's about it. Okay. Done with that one.
Boy, this is a lot. I better pay you for all
No.
the paper I'm using.
Don't worry about that. Just, you want this whole thing copied?
No, just not the whole thing.
Okay.
This-
Let me get started on these, and you can keep pulling out the other ones. That'll be easier to copy out of there.
Yeah.
Great.
If I get that much copied,
Okay. If you need some more, go ahead.
that other will just be tickled to death to get that, you know.
How many copies of this do you need?
One.
One. Okay.
Just one for that
Okay.
great grandson.
Great. I'm sure he'll appreciate it.
Oh, he came here and delivered gasoline, and he got to talking, and I got out some of this and showed him. He just sat here and he forgot all about delivered gas.
He forgot about his
And,
gas.
yeah, and went and talked to somebody. He was
Mhm.
just thrilled to death, and he made his mother come down here to get some pictures,
That's
have
great.
duplicates made. And
Mm-hmm. Iowa. So this is traces them where they came from Germany. I'm
Yes.
tracing my Levi line back to Germany. It's
yeah, that's where my dad was 5 years old when they brought him from Germany.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Ooh. And what part of Germany?
Oh boy.
I saw it here. It looks like it's up. Well, Hamburg. It's working. Okay, it's right the Rhine. Near the Netherlands.
Mm-hmm.
Stolf, Germany. Brüsselchen, Cheptow. Works. A lot of treasures.
Oh yeah. I'll have one of this
Sounds
about
good.
before a couple went 60 years,
Okay.
and then that'll
Who were they?
my grandma and grandpa.
Huh. That looked like somebody's citizenship or something.
Yeah, they're the ones that came from Germany.
Reading homestead certificate number. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff I love.
You know that kid's going to be tickled to death to get that.
Yeah.
You know. He's about 30 years old or
Just my
something,
age.
you know.
Just about my age.
Yeah. And he'll sure be tickled to get it. He was just
Heck yeah.
sold on that, and he went home and he sent his mother down here and his grandmother to get some material about the Borks.
That's great. Now, is he a nephew of yours? How's he related to you?
Well, he's my granddaughter. Shoot. Kay is my niece, and it's her son,
Oh.
Kay Bork. She's
Uh-huh.
Kay Webb now, but
Huh.
yeah. And I let her take this book and look at them when I got them
Mhm.
and everything. Her and Bob both looked at them, but they wasn't interested in it but now. But then that's their kid. He's just crazy
That's
about
exactly.
it. He
See,
wants it all.
It's a young whippersnappers. Yeah, they may have known it all, but we're new, and we haven't seen all the old family relics.
Right.
We want to see what's going down.
That's right.
You got work? You take pictures of pictures a few times. They don't look quite as good, but it's better than nothing, I'll tell you.
It's a lot better, isn't it?
Heck
Well,
yeah.
the ones in that book aren't very good either. But I mean, they were taken, you know.
Right. But boy, it's good when you can get one of these of a real photograph. It's not bad at all. I mean,
No,
these
it
little-
isn't. It's good.
Heck, that'll help you remember Cecil.
Yeah. Right.
Cute little part. Upside closed. Yep, that's the same board count. It's okay, there's your for 60 years.
Is that a copy you've made?
Nope, this is the original.
It's the
And here's your
original.
copy. The copy is going to be upside down.
Oh.
Okay. This is the original.
Mm-hmm.
Does this go in that same book?
Yeah.
You
It's
should-
in the same
Yeah,
book.
if you need some more of it, let me know. While we got it here, it might
Yeah.
be easier.
No, I think that'll just take care of things.
Okay, I'll put this back.
Now, let me
Backwards.
see what I got pasted down here.
Sounds good.
If there's anything.
There you go. There's the copy. It's all in order.
Oh,
What do you got there? That looks
you
interesting.
know, that is interesting.
State of Iowa, Crawford County District. Rudolph Bork. It's the 3rd day of September in the year 1890. That looks like it's a day or two up. I don't have any paper this big. It would, let me see. But I can maybe reduce it onto a piece of legal. Let me see if it may reduce to a piece of legal paper. It may not. We'll see.
Okay.
I'll put it into reduction. Do the minimum first and see how that does. Because I don't have any paper that big. Let's see what happens when you try this. It's almost perfect. It's even more reduced than it needs to be.
Well, yeah.
It reduced it just a little bit.
Yeah, that's fine.
Try it 78 and it may reduce it just a little bit less. Not bad either. Reduce just a little bit less.
Yeah. Well, that's fine.
Good, I'll make
That's
sure.
enough.
While we're at it, we'll, since you got the reducer in here, I'll go ahead and do it.
Oh,
These are your copies.
okay.
Gonna get.
Hmm.
Homestead on Back Canyon. Let's see. I'm not sure how much that will be able to fit in there. Just a little bit light. Oh, and the reason that's part of my problem. Do a regular fold. Copies of Dewey Homestead.
There, I got that book
You
back
got that all
together.
back together? There's a couple copies of the Dewey Homestead. Let's see. That's regular size.
Boy, I've got copies and copies here.
We got a few copies.
I sure have.
That's gonna be interesting. There we go. Call that one about quits. That's a good one. Wish I knew how to copy that medallion.
Hmm?
Wish I knew how to make a copy of that medallion.
Can you do it?
I don't know. I guess I can try. See what happens. See, that'll Savannah Fly-In Service Inc., Spokane Municipal Airport, Phelps Field, 1929. They didn't start flying too much before that, I don't think.
No, I don't think they were either.
That's one of the early flight days, I think.
Yeah.
Just taking a photograph of that old logbook. Just because it's kind of curious, kind of old. Quick copy of this. Hold on. Let me see if that medallion, see what happens when I put it down. I don't know that anything's going to happen.
Well, it won't anything happen to that, so.
No, nothing. No. Can't, hard to hurt that, I think.
You might have to put a little padding underneath that thin one to, on top of it to balance the thickness.
It sort of shows it a little bit. Panama, yeah. Shows it a little bit.
But made a copy of the other pretty good, didn't it?
Yeah, I'm going to take that one off and see. It's just the medallion. But it may do the automatic contrast a little bit better. Nope, it's almost towards it's a little darker. Turn that one over now and see.
That's sure a good outfit, so we can adjust it like that,
It's
isn't
handy.
it?
It's really handy. Two. Darken that up. See what happens when. Darken it up. I'll see it. And it. Part of my ticket where John and I took our first flight. Will you able to read it?
Oh, yeah, you can read that.
Okay.
Can't you? That's all right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Boy, that does anything.
Just about. I'm gonna make another copy of the good side because I think it'll be a little bit better if it's automatic. And that's not bad at all. Another copy of the folder. Can't complain. Can't complain about that at all.
Boy, that's good.
Pull out some of those other books. Back. Got some other old photo albums here we might want to take some scraps out of. Jim County Most Beautiful Building dedicated son to Emmett, Idaho. Birthday 1949. And Letha. Larson, from Ed P. Larson. Bessie Thomas Applebaum. Am I related to him?
No,
That's one of your family?
yeah,
How about this one? Am I related to them?
no, that's just awful nice people that live up here. You're no relative, though.
Ray Dewey and Archie Griffin prepared the grounds for the church.
Oh, I called Ray to get material. The bishop wanted it for a party here, and I wrote that down, so I have it. There are articles in there about the Deweys starting a sand plant.
See, that's the kind of stuff I want to get.
Yeah.
Now, this, the Ray Dewey, yes, Grandpa's in there. I got to get a picture of that one.
Yeah.
So, people dedicated Sunday. And that'll be, there's the ticket there. good job with these old clippings and stuff.
Boy, that come out better than the
Not too bad.
newspaper thing, I think.
Not too bad. It's just about right. Oh, do a couple more.
That is really good.
That's the old
isn't
Letha
it?
Chapel, it's brand new, huh?
That's when they first built it. Ray was bishop and
Is that right?
he was the head of it. Yeah. That's just really good. Most of those people are gone that's in this picture below.
I don't see Ray there. Is Ray in that picture? That's Ray, I guess, back there, isn't it? That's Ray.
That's Ray. That's
Okay.
Ray.
Yep. Okay, we can keep this couple of those now. Put that wall over here. This is the kind of stuff that, you know, just, it's fun to fill in the histories with.
Yes, it is. Yeah, well, the first part of that's just flowers.
Okay.
You get on over and there's pieces out of the paper I've saved about people. Oh, and there's something over there I want you, I know you'll want, and that's all the poems that Nellie Dewey wrote.
Oh, yeah. Little flowers. Here you get some old newspaper clippings. Arthur Jenkins from Dewey. Ray Dewey. Yeah, this is John Dewey Services Monday. Now that was not Nellie.
Let's see.
This is Dewey born in 1860. Who's that? That's
That's
John's mom.
yes,
That's it.
that was John Cyrus Dewey mother. See, the grandmother. That's her funeral.
What did Margaret Pianist is on it? I don't know her. Do I or do it? Fern Nolte Davidson.
Well, she's just a friend.
Hey, well, there's Mrs. John Dewey. We gotta have that, so we'll put them together. Just hope we can take good care of this as we're trying to copy it. There we go. I don't know if Grandpa kept many of these old clippings. I don't know. I don't know that Ray kept many of these old
I don't
clippings.
know if he did either. I really
He'll
don't.
probably appreciate seeing them.
But then I hoard everything.
Yeah, that's good. You're kind of like me. I have a hard time getting rid of stuff.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay, that one. This one that's already out of the books. We'll just pick it up and put it
Yeah,
on.
it's just a part, so
Yeah.
it won't hurt it any.
Good. I would wrestle and press Bradford. I wouldn't know that I know them.
They live down the ditch here.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Some of the neighbors here. Talks about.
I used to take him to town. She died. She'd tell us when you go to the doctor, you put on the worst clothes you got and you won't charge you so much.
Is that right? She knew what she was doing, didn't she? She knew
Good.
exactly what she was doing.
She passed away, and then he found money in the jars all over, you know, and
Isn't that interesting?
oh dear. And then I have to take him to town. I'd get ready to go to town, and John would say, "Are you going to take that old man with you?" "If you are, I'm not going to go."
Is that right?
But he'd usually go, but he sure had to take him. John Dewey, 87. She passed away about the age that's coming up for me, didn't she?
You're going to be around a lot longer than her. I don't know them, do I? Horticultural.
No, they're not relatives. They're just friends.
Okay. Mr. John Dewey succumbs to illness. I think I'll grab that one. That's a day or two. That's a day or two ago. That was by Afton wrote that. That's one of her first pieces, probably. That was Afton Blanc wrote that little article.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she used to write articles for the Emmett paper a lot. And that's pretty good, isn't it?
Not too bad.
Not too bad at all. That's just all right.
Just a little bit so I can make sure I don't want it. That's good stuff to have. Okay. And did I get? I didn't get. Where's the one? Oh, this is the one that Afton wrote.
I suppose that's somewhat.
Afton probably wrote. Or, I don't know. I'll take this one first.
Mr. Dewey, age 89.
And not a paper. I don't know how to solve that one. 89. Oops. What did I do? Jam it. Okay. What else do you remember about Ray and Cecil and Ted when they were kids?
Hmm?
What else do you remember about Ray and Cecil and Ted when they were kids?
Well, I just don't know what I could tell you.
You probably remember all kinds of things. You probably just don't know what I'd be interested in hearing.
Oh, I know something that I shouldn't tell.
Well, tell it anyway.
Ray got our dog and operated on it.
Is that right?
We lived down the road,
Uh-huh.
and I noticed blood on the floor and figured out, and that's what happened. So Cecil went out and talked to Ray, and Ray said, yes, I operated on it. I didn't want that dog performing around here and giving these young kids around here ideas, and they got in a fight, and they fought. Cecil says, I got him down, and I could have hit him and beat him up good, but I just couldn't hit my brother, and I got up and let him go.
How old were they?
Oh, they were grown. I was
Is that-
married, yes.
And Grandpa operated on him. He just said he was gonna
Yeah, he operated on him because he didn't want him to
be having kids.
perform in front of the kids.
That's crazy. And he was a grown man doing that, huh?
Yes, and then they had the fight, and then he said, I had him down, And I could just sure loved him good too, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't hit my
hit
own
your own
brother.
brother, huh?
So I got up and let him go.
That's crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
A lot of experiences.
Mm-hmm. How long Cecil been gone now?
He passed away in '87.
Been a day or two. It's 5 years
Yeah,
almost.
5 years. In February of '82, last February was 5 years.
And how old was he when he passed away?
Well, he was past 80.
Past 80?
He was about the same age I am.
Uh-huh. John Dewey marries former Emmett girl. That's you. Wait, yeah?
That's
Yeah?
that's my son and
Oh,
his wife when
is that
they
who
got
that is?
married. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
Well, this whole page is Dewey's, isn't it?
There's Deweys all over the place up here.
Well, that's what I say. Well, now that's nice. I'll just give Jim a copy of that.
They'll love to have
Yes.
this old stuff.
They like to have that.
Give it to the ones that appreciate them,
That's right.
not the ones that are going to throw it away. Oh, okay. I think I've got that one. I've got that one. Got that one. Eastern Child, I think, Jim County, Georgeport, Lock Leaves Crush.
Don't bother to print that. That's my stepfather.
That's my mom. That
Yeah,
was my
that's
mom. I
your
gotta get
mom.
a picture of that. I think
Yeah. That's her. That's when she was younger too.
she, woo, she was a youngie. Mr. and Mrs. John Dewey. Is that? That's when she was a.
Well, there's my sister-in-law there. People now I know.
Ray's down there. Ray and
Yeah,
Cecil both
Ray
were on
and-
the fruit board that year,
Yeah,
weren't
they're
they?
both there. Yep, that's right.
Okay. That one, but I do want this one. I'll make several copies of that one. Okay. Turret Lake runs parts for latest Dewey invention. Was this what Dewey invent? Dewey Brothers being
Elmer and Ted.
hydraulic plumber.
Yeah, and they invented that, and I still got one around here somewhere.
Now that was a hydraulic plumber. That was like a plunger almost.
Yeah, you'd put it in the sink if you could get it sealed tight on the bottom and clear your pipe out, you know. Push it up and down.
You use it. I'm making that one because I made them. Need to reduce it just a tad bit.
Oh, the brothers find a rare element.
The
That
prospect
would
is.
have to be Ted and Dale for sure.
It sounds like
And
it.
it is.
Sure enough.
Yep,
That's who was at it that day, huh?
that's right. They had mines out here on the desert, prospecting in mines, and they had everybody going out there and staking out mine claims on the hills above the house here and around.
They were quite the miners, huh?
You bet, they were always getting something new.
Okay, that's gonna reduce it just a tad bit. Let's see how it does.
But they were nice kids. Dale, he'd come to see us nearly every week.
Is that right?
Oh yeah, he'd
Now,
drive down and visit with us.
He died fairly early, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
But now, what did he die of? What did Dell die of?
He was up here at the mine at Pearl, experimenting and getting samples, and it caved in and crushed him, and he died.
A mining
His
accident,
heart
huh?
quit him.
Oh. Oh. Get the invention here. How much that we can get in? We'll reduce it a little bit. Maybe a little bit more. Married for 70 years. That's the old Deweys.
Mm-hmm. That's them. The that came from
That's
settled in Emmett.
that's John C.'s father. That's Nellie's husband's father, right?
Yes, that's right.
Hydraulic plumber.
That's better than what was in the paper. It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Almost get some
It's
bit.
clearer than the other copy. That is really a good machine. I wonder who that is looking at it with his cigarette in his mouth. Roy, somebody.
I don't know. Sure as hell from Johnson, you printed out. I gotta get that one. That's a new one, I think. I don't think I got that copy yet. I didn't do that one yet, did I? Yeah. Nope. Didn't. Gotta do. Full size or reduced? Or enlarged. You can even enlarge some of them.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh. You can make it larger or bigger or smaller.
Is that right?
It's handy for things that aren't the right size exactly.
I should say. Well, you know, when you get through, I'm gonna get me a scrapbook and put these nice new ones in it.
Sounds good.
It'd be a lot nicer, 'cause them are wore out and the tape's gone yellow, but it don't show on this print.
No, it doesn't show too much.
They look so neat and nice.
There's another one, Mom. Violet
Yeah.
Ray Dewey and Sister Garner. Elder Garner, Violet Ray Dewey, and Top Portland Judging Armor.
Yeah. Learn things about your mother, aren't you?
Yeah. See all kinds of things. She never saved, I don't think. You don't have that one, I don't think.
Yeah, see, there's what they was hunting.
Gallium.
Yeah.
Okay. City's new officer taking oath office Monday. You got any duties in there?
I don't know.
You get a
That's
board, thank you. Get a board.
that's a Dewey there. Her house, isn't it?
Whose house? Do you know her?
Harvey.
Harvey residence. Is
Yeah,
that a
that's
Dewey?
related to the Deweys.
I'll take a photo of it here and see what we got.
She was Lorraine Dewey. She was the daughter of Grandma and Grandpa.
Mm-hmm.
Married a Harvey. And in fact, that's the family that Afton was in. That's good. But boy, my brother's in there.
All kinds of people, you know.
Yeah. And this is the Harvey house.
Enlarge that one a little bit because it's smaller. That doesn't need to be quite that. Emmett Sand Plant begins operations. Dewey Brother report finding a precious metal. They finally
Here.
find it.
You're getting the history of Dell and Ted, aren't you?
You bet.
Because I saved it all.
I'll be able to go question old Ted
Yeah.
on
I
him and
saved
old.
it all.
That's not that it enlarged it a little bit.
That's good. Isn't that print nice? That's just real good.
You might help Grandpa on some of the books he's working on. Future. Now that's Winona. Show information. Winona Hickory.
Is
Is that Grandma? That's Violet with her.
That's
isn't it?
Violet with
Mrs.
her.
Ray Dewey, yep. That's
Yeah,
Grandma.
that's Violet. It's your grandma.
Grandma located in Rich Game String. Gotta figure out how to do that without. Yeah, I think it'll reduce it down. Just barely, I think it'll do it. Yeah, quite a bit.
They sure did. They always have. Do you know what?
Mm-hmm.
They always have. Well, they look happy.
Yeah, they do. Grandma looked good back then, didn't she?
Oh, yeah, she was good, too.
She was a Sharpie.
Mhm.
Sand plant and some of their findings. Put it back on the regular size. Use that just a tad bit. The sand plant.
Yeah, that's really good. Really good. Even looks like a Dewey is standing right there, don't it?
That's one of them, huh?
It's one of them.
Probably so.
Don't know which one, but it's one of them. I can tell with the shape of their head.
You got your treasure chest, Option Blanc, one of Afton's. I bet she didn't have a copy of all her old things, all her old articles. That's hard to get it all. Yeah, I can just try to get there. Maybe get most of it on there.
Can you get it all?
Not sure. We'll do our best. Do our best to get as much of it as we can. Most of it, if not all of it. Oops. Nothing it's fading out on me, or? We got it all in it. Just
It's got it all.
not quite dark enough there. That's a little bit darker. Well, it cut a little bit. No, it didn't cut much of it off.
But that showed the tape a little plainer on there.
Because it had it darker. It had it darker.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
Yeah, that's easy to read.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Afton Blanc, boy, she was quite a prolific writer, it looks like.
Yeah. Well, Afton can write.
She's a good writer, isn't she?
And write letters that are always 6 or 7 pages long.
Mm-hmm. She likes to write, doesn't she?
She sure does, and she does a good job of it too.
Mm-hmm.
She got that from her dad.
That's my mom again, Violet Ray Dewey. She got that from her dad, huh? He was a writer?
Oh, well, yeah, words came easy to him to talk and everything like Afton.
'49? Springfield sand plant, 22-ton monster to dry freeze out sand.
Yeah.
No sand dryer. Defense demands expanded sand processing plant.
You sure tell that's violet gray, can't you?
Looks like her, doesn't it?
It sure does.
Just a tad bit lighter. Sand plant.
Sand plant again, huh?
Yeah, it made the headlines all the time. Good job, running into state dignitaries. Sounds like I pick a book up because we were still in there. Frank Bork.
Well, that's
Love
a
note.
letter my brother wrote to me when he was a kid.
Is that looks like somebody's written my masterpiece by Minnie Dewey. Copy that. Okay. It's gonna be a little bit tougher to get these. So we're gonna have to golden whiting. That looks like Charles Evans. Get these, I'm gonna be careful. So, knock it. I'm gonna set these out for a second. That was one of Nellie's. Is that in her, my masterpiece, is that in one of her other things?
Let me go get that sheets of poetry and you see.
Right. Maybe tougher. You need a hand here?
No, I can make
There
it.
you go. Let's have a look. Okay. I guess it's mine. Piece on Earth, Robert Dewey, another. Footprints. Hope that cup is okay. My masterpiece. That cup is okay. My masterpiece. I may have to retype some of that.
Was that written by Mother?
I think it was by Nellie, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I need to get it in better so that I can see what it says written by her. Nellie Dewey. That tells that it's written by Nellie. And the second page to it, I'm not sure how I'm going to get. With much care, I'm going to get it. Because they have paper, you got to be careful with it, it gets brittle. bet.
Where do you want me to be?
Oh,
Where do you want
you
me
can
to
move.
get?
You move all the time, and we get y'all.
Oh,
Today's April 10th, 1992, and it's 4:44 in the afternoon, and we're here at Phoebe Levi's home in Nampa, Idaho. This is Phoebe, and with that sun behind you, it doesn't show your face as good.
Okay, so
So-
I'll step over
So
here.
you
Oh, I
see,
can step.
you can walk anywhere you want because this is a movie camera. It's a video, and so it gets you as you're walking and talking, and gets your voice, and it gets it all. This is Phoebe's home. Do you have any Levi's? Some of these pictures over here, they maybe.
Well, they're my children. Let's see.
No, that's
This is my husband and I during World War II.
this is
This is Milbert.
Milbert.
Uh-huh.
Milbert and Phoebe when they were young things.
Yeah, and during World War II.
Uh-huh.
But the
Some of her grandchildren.
yeah. Uh-huh. Well.
And Phoebe works in the Boise Temple here now,
Uh-huh. And the Nampa Extraction Center.
and the Napa Extraction Center.
The Nampa Region Extraction Center. Are
Huh.
you taking a picture now?
Yep, I'm just taking pictures. It's
All
going,
the time?
running as we go. You have anything you want to show off to me?
All these dishes down here are from Germany,
Is that right?
and these down here,
Beautiful.
and this is Fostoria up here.
Huh.
And my husband used to smoke a lot, so I used when he buy a carton of cigarettes, I'd buy me a goblet or something.
Ah, that's great.
And then down here I have a full set of Bavarian china that my husband got for me.
Wow.
Before he died, he
Uh-huh.
had a service for 12,
Wow.
and he got it from out of Germany
Uh-huh.
and had him send it to me. So
It's beautiful.
that's
And we've been working in here with the genealogy. Here's some of her books. She's got books and books of Levi, and we've gotten copies of a lot of this stuff. She's got lots of good stuff. We've been here photocopying a lot of her stuff, and she's got Germans from Russia, Heritage Society, Heritage Review, some of her family out of Bismarck, North Dakota. The lady that sort of put us in touch, Joseph S. Haidt, Homesteaders on the Steppe. From Catherine to Khrushchev, the story of Russia's Germans, and Russian-German settlements in the United States by Richard Salet.
and
Translated by
Armin Bauer.
Armin Bauer. And Armin Bauer, Mrs. Bauer is the one who put us in touch. Mrs. Elaine Bauer.
Elaine and Armin Bauer. Elaine Bauer is my niece,
Mm-hmm.
and Armin is her husband.
And she was a Levi
She was a Levi.
and married a Bauer.
Married a Bauer.
That's great.
And that's great, and they've really done a lot of research for the German Russians, in Dakota.
Why don't you sit down and just tell me how you got started on all this? Tell me how your husband, you were a member of the church. Why don't you have a seat?
Oh, I don't want you to record it, really.
Oh, just to tell us a little bit of how you got started, because you've been doing research.
Well, how I got started was in 1952. My mother died, and she lived over at Pocatello, so I went over for the funeral. And after she was buried, there was quite a bit of Gibbs genealogy, and all the family wanted it. And I came back, and on the way back on the train, I made up my mind I'd make a Levi book, and that's how I got started with the Levi genealogy, and that was in 1952. And I contacted the church, and they told me to buy an international coupon for $2, and it was sent to Germany, and Gunther Fink started my genealogy. And then he did it for maybe 5 or 6 years, and then the children were born. And so then after that, in 1960, I started out with the Genealogical Society in Salt Lake, and they finished what I have. And the Levi family, the immediate family, have been very cooperative. I have all my husband's brothers and sisters and families, and all the children and grandchildren.
And they are not members.
They are not members of the church.
How did your husband come in contact with the church? Through you?
My husband, yes, because see, we were married. He didn't join the church until he smoked a lot, so he didn't join the church until Well, we found out that he had lung cancer in December, and he was baptized in January 1965, and he died in February 1965. So it's just a member a short while before he died, but he was baptized before he died.
That's great. But his family, were they Lutheran?
Well, no, they belonged to the Congregational Church, but some of them went to the Congregational Church, some to the Lutheran, and some to the Baptist. And I asked my sister-in-law once how come they could change so easily, because you know with the Mormon Church, once you're a Mormon, you're a Mormon.
It's hard to get out.
And you don't change. And she said, well, it really doesn't matter which church you go to as long as you believe in Christ.
Mm-hmm.
So they weren't, you know.
That was sort of their beliefs.
That was their beliefs, but they went to the Congregational Church here and the Lutheran. They went to the Lutheran Church here back in Dakota. They went to the Congregational. So that's it.
And your husband's name was?
Milbert. Milbert Heinrich Levi.
And his father was?
Frederick Levi.
And he was born in?
I'll have to look at
No,
that.
no, he was born in Russia.
He was born in Russia, yes.
And his father was Friedrich also?
Mm-hmm. And 3 of Milbert's brothers were born in Russia.
He was the first one born here in the States?
No, no. See, there was 8 children.
Oh.
And so the other 5 were born here in the States. Milbert was the youngest.
But he traces it back through 3 Friedrichs, and back to Germany originally.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think that's right. I'd have to look in my book.
So if we can find our Friedrichs, we may find a connection between our Friedrichs and our Fredericks and your Friedrichs.
Now, here's something interesting, Dewey. Let's see if I can get my Levi's book. In the back of it, because see, when Milbert was baptized into the church back there in Dakota, here. This is, they did it in German. That's when he was baptized and confirmed. See?
This is when he was baptized and confirmed in the Congregationalist Church.
Mm-hmm. In Dakota. And he was born in this country.
Mm-hmm.
See, it's all in German.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Hmm.
So you can see how they preserved their
heritage
their
here.
culture even here in the United States for a couple of generations. But it's fading now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what that is.
Jacob Levi.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that interesting?
Very interesting.
Yeah. So I put that here.
That's a picture of your family?
Uh-huh. This was taken in 1964.
And that's
And
Milbert.
he died in 65. Mm-hmm. This is Bruce, Joyce, and Jan, Milbert, and Phoebe. And this was taken in 1964, and he died in 1964.
Two pair.